So let's take a look at the beginning. The first card is a 2, and 2 is always about balance. Always about balance. But it does feel like you're a little guarded, guarding your heart. So you may have had some heartache in the past couple of months. Actually, I think I know you have had some heartaches in the last past months. But it does look like you're a little guarded on that. You're maybe a little overprotective and closed off to some things. So allow yourself to feel what you need to feel, process what you feel, and then move on out of that. You are an Aries, you are a fire sign, so you probably won't be staying in this position for too long, but it does look like you're a little bit guarded around your heart. Also, the blindfold is lighting up for me, so you might want to pull that off and take a look at what's really going on around. Don't just hide away. Take a look at what's going on around you in your household and your friendship levels. And then you'll know how to deal with things when you look at them honestly. So that looks like it's something that's happening right now. And what crosses you, it does look like you have changed your abundance level, that you're looking at either creating more money, organizing your money. This also can stand for the card of inheritance, but it's feeling more and more like trying to get your finances under order, under wraps. So you may be looking for a new job, filling out those resumes, looking at a promotion of some kind. But it does feel like you are getting down to business, really taking a look at what you need to do, either create the money that you need or change some of your havingness and open that up a little bit to new ideas and other things. But it does feel like something will present to you for either a new job opportunity or a way of making more finances that is kind of a surprise to you. So pay attention to that. That's a great card. And we have the Page of Wands upside down, and pages can be messages. Wands are important messages concerning your current situation or work. Can be a social situation. It is a fire sign. So it does feel like you may be hibernating a little bit, or you have refocused a little bit. And you may get some messages about moving forward in work, and this kind of is right on the top of this. It is upside down, so you may get a couple of rejection letters if you're looking for a job, but don't give up. Find a different way. If that way isn't the way for you, another way will present. So don't give up before the miracle happens. But it does feel like you may get possibly some rejections. Don't give up. The tide will turn very soon. The Five of Cups is right here. This does dictate kind of a disappointment, a heartache disappointment. Cups are emotions. So you may have felt either a little bit of abandonment or some sudden change kind of threw you into a little bit of a tizzy. This is in the past position, so it could be last week, or it could be even a couple of months ago. But it does look like you are starting to heal and starting to move forward from an emotional upset or emotional pain of the past. The Queen of Swords is here. If this stands for a person, it is an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. I do think it is a person. It does feel like there may have been a little miscommunication with this person. It is in the present time, so you may be healing that relationship, or, if it was a separation of some kind, because it is in the heart space. If it was a separation of some kind, it does look like you are able to work together to move forward a little bit more on a positive level. This is kind of the happy family card, so that tells me that the storm has kind of subsided and that you are speaking with love and kindness and working things out. Doesn't necessarily mean a relationship that has been released will come back together, but it does mean that you're finding a neutral ground and one of love, acceptance, and understanding. So it does feel like this is a person, and air signs, the swords, can have very cutting words, or maybe overthinking. So make sure when you do present your words to this person that you are coming from a place of love and integrity, even if they are not. But it does feel like you are doing some resolution. You are making, you're resolving some issues with this Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. And if you haven't yet, it is in the works. It feels spiritually in the works. This is the 10 of Pentacles. This is the kind of happy home sign, things coming together. It also can be, you know, organizing your house, painting your house, things like this. But it's kind of the happy home card. And it does feel like you may be having a gathering with your family. This feels like a celebration. It could be a wedding. It could, you know, Thanksgiving. But it does feel like it's some kind of joyous connection where kind of all these worrisome things can be left at the doorstep and you can enjoy yourself a little bit more. It does look like you have been doing a lot of hard work emotionally, physically, and spiritually, Aries. So it's time to celebrate with that kind of jubilation. But it does feel like a gathering, like a family gathering is what it feels like. The Hierophant is down here at the bottom. This is also finding your balance spiritually. So you may have, and you also have the High Priestess here as well. So this kind of tells me that, yes, you have reconnected with the God of your heart, or the spirit of your heart, whether it's meditating, writing, painting, whatever gives you your joy and whatever connects you to the planet and to the ethereal. It does feel like you're moving forward with some of your passions. I know the last couple of months, you were processing some painful things, so it does feel like you're moving into the realm of finding more balance spiritually, really connecting, and finding some gratitude, really finding some gratitude for where you are and who you are with on this journey. So that is a wonderful card. The Page of Pentacles is here. This can stand for children as well. Pages can be messages. Let's see, Pentacles, I believe that's good news regarding material goods. So you've got a lot of, it looks like you're really trying to organize your material goods, whether it's, you know, painting your house, cleaning out your garage, paying your bills that have kind of stacked up, or regrouping on how to pay your bills. It does feel like a lot of the decisions on material goods may affect children in the home or children around you. And it does feel like you're moving more into a much more responsible position, and that you're able to kind of meet some of these deadlines that you weren't in the past because of these little changes you've made over the last couple of months. It does feel like you've taken a step into a leadership role, or getting new information to be a leader of some kind. But it does feel like that shift has fully happened, and that this is kind of the residue of the pain, and you're really moving into a much lighter space, one where you're more connected with yourself and others. The High Priestess is here. That is also finding balance within your spiritualism, finding peace within the dark and the light in all of us, really putting it out there in the world, what you would like to accomplish, coming from that love space rather than fear space. And really, it's also one of great gratitude. So it does look like you're incorporating some kind of spiritualism into your daily life, whether it's just, you know, daily affirmations posted on your mirror, you know, I am enough, whatever it is. But it does feel like you are incorporating that into your daily life, and also getting validation that it's working. The Wheel of Fortune is kind of that validation. The Wheel of Fortune can be a very lucky card. You know, it's really good luck coming to you. But the Wheel of Fortune can also mean whatever you put into life is what you'll get out of it. So if you are basing a lot of your decisions, your emotions out of fear, then that is what will be created. And if you're basing your words and your gestures and your responsibilities from a place of love, that's what will come to you. So whatever you put out in the universe, it will come back tenfold. That's what the Wheel of Fortune is. It's right here, so it does feel like It is a good time for luck, and things will luckily happen to you, probably in the month of November. We also have, to the left of it, we have the Seven of Swords, and this kind of dictates gossip and theft and fear, and these are all those fear-based emotions. So it does look like you are trying to really find your balance between your bliss and not go into this fear space, but it does look like a situation kind of threw you into that. I think that's why we're also seeing these protective swords here. This is also based on a pain of the past. So it does look like you are processing those fears. You are no longer as fearful about theft or gossip. It's like it really doesn't matter. It's none of your business when anybody thinks about you, basically. So you found some calmness in your soul, and kind of just floating a little bit more in life and not taking things so seriously. But it does look like you are adding to either education or information. You're collecting some things that have given your heart a little bit more of a peaceful place. The Hermit is on the other side here, and the Hermit is kind of, it's not really an isolation card, say like the Four of Pentacles is kind of when you put your head in the sand and you're not looking at things as they truly are. Whereas the Hermit is climbing to the top of the sacred mountain and checking in with the God of your heart, checking in with spirit, and taking your own pulse on things. And it does look like you're really found a calmness by going within. And this could be meditating. This could be, doing physical exercises, hugging a tree, walking on the beach, whatever it is. It is finding your bliss in the kind of the chaos of life. So it does look like you have embraced that. It has really helped you find a little calmer place and to be a little bit more grateful. It does feel like you have completely embraced some gratitude for your village and the people that have been there through the good times and the bad, not the ones that are the friendly face, only there for the good times. So it does look like you're feeling more supported in community as well. So that is your general reading, Aries, for the month of November. I'm going to throw a couple of these Angels in Abundance cards. Oh, all right. That one wants to come out. That one wants to come out. Which one is it? All right. Both of them. All right. You get 3. So, sever vows of poverty, partnership, and have courage to ask for and accept help. So that's pretty obvious. You are severing those vows of poverty. You are bringing in those times of abundance, and it doesn't necessarily mean money. We can be very rich in friends and in love, and finding the gratitude for that. So let's see what this card said. Dear one, there's no need to suffer or sacrifice. Hold the intention of undoing any vows of poverty or self-denial that you may have made, consciously or unconsciously, in any lifetime. As you do so, all efforts of these vows will be undone for everyone involved in all directions of time. So it's really about holding the vision of abundance, holding the vision of that you are worthy, and whether it came from a past life or this life, it no longer serves you. So it's time to release that vow of poverty. Okay, partnership is here to allow healthful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career. Both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. And yes, this tells me your village is standing behind you, that you have a wonderful partnership. It does not necessarily mean love, intimacy, sex partnership, but it does feel like you are being lovingly supported and held in your village now because you asked for help. So have courage to ask for and accept help. Here it is. Asking for help is a sign of strength, as in accepting it is when it is offered to you. Very often when you ask God for help, prayers are answered through other people. Be sure to accept this assistance as well as give it to others as you are guided. So it's not just about taking, it's about giving as well. It's the great balance. Ask and you shall receive is true for all of us. So if it's your turn to help others, then lend a hand. If it's your turn to ask for help, please do so. No one is supposed to do this journey of life alone. That is why we have karma. That is why we have partners and love in our life. So don't be afraid to ask for help, sweet Aries, if you need it.